Oh. What's up, guys? Today we are with my buddy George. Fun fact, we were actually roommates in college. It's years later, multiple years, and we are doing a video on his C6 Corvette.
Hello everybody, my name is George. This is my 2007 C6 Corvette. This is currently a base model and it has 93,000 miles. I've dailied this thing for the last 2 years. I've put about 22,000 miles on it, and it's been a reliable, rock solid daily driver.
Yeah, it's really nice too. I mean, like, the C6s, in my opinion, really did improve on every aspect of the C5s. I was looking at buying a C5 Z06 for a while. One thing I didn't love on the C5s, at least the Z06s, was they didn't have like the hatch. It was the coupe, so it ended right about there.
Yep.
And it just always looked a little bit awkward to me. Whereas these, I don't know, I think having sort of that hatch look makes it look a lot better.
It's a clean look, and the hatch helps out for trunk practicality.
Yeah, let's see how big it is. Practical sports car. Where's the is it down here?
Oh yeah. It's a secret feature not many people know.
Yeah. Z is the exact same way. It's got it down there.
Yep.
But yeah, that's pretty good. I mean,
I've hauled tons of parts. I've done like 4 sets of tires in the back.
Damn.
Yeah.
No, that's honestly a very good amount of space. That's surprising, to be honest. And doesn't the Targa, it fits in here, right? There's like actual spots for it.
That's actually every Corvette. C4,
Every
5,
Corvette.
6, 7, and 8. All the Targas can go in the back.
Ah, that's pretty cool.
And every Corvette's a Targa.
Except just by default?
Except for Z06s.
Yeah, because they have the fixed roof coupe, the FRCs. Ah, love it. That's
supposed
awesome.
to be soft close, but you know.
Well, you know.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's great.
It's medium close. Yeah, nice. Manual transmission. Oh yeah. An LS2. Nice.
I gave it a good wipe down, but it's very dirty still.
I mean, it looks pretty clean
if you
from
look
here.
if you look on the rails and stuff, it's
sad.
I don't know how it got there.
We look from here. We don't look that close. And so LS2, it's got about 400 horsepower. We've got an exhaust, so maybe a little bit over, but
yeah, right.
But yeah, LS2, pretty legendary. Do these have like many common issues?
So the biggest issue for LS's, C5 and C6 especially, is harmonic balancer. You gotta always watch out for that. It's your main crank harmonic balancer. I unfortunately had to have it done, but even then it was $1,000.
Yeah.
Which isn't,
it's not horrible.
For being the worst repair you can do on C6s, it's not bad.
Yeah.
And they did a full alignment. You have to drop the subframe and access it from up top. But
oh wow.
I took it to a shop that specializes in Corvettes. They did these harmonic balancers as bread and butter. So they had it done in a day.
It's not bad, all things considered.
Yep.
1,000, that's pretty good. So we're just gonna take it for a quick drive, have some fun. It's always good back to a Corvette. I know people talk shit about GM interiors, but I feel like all the Corvettes have always had like a lot of features.
No. Oh yeah.
I think so.
They have features, but they don't work.
You've got, I mean, well, I guess
navigation doesn't work anymore because I shut it off.
Okay.
This glove box doesn't lock.
Okay.
It's broken. The hood latch is broken.
Well, at one point they did.
It's got a G meter going on, but who knows if it's working.
But I mean, like, you know, it has heated seats. It has a bunch of adjustment in the seat.
Sure.
It's got all of like the electronics for like oil temp and oil.
It'll sound like it's rubbing,
pressure.
but it's not. It's the air dam in the front.
Yeah, I heard you as you were coming into the parking lot. I was like, so what year is this?
2007.
2007. Okay. Oh, gotcha. Did they change much from like when the C6 was? Wasn't it like 2005 when the C6 started?
Came out in 2005.
Okay.
And then 2006 they kind of updated a little bit.
Okay.
And they replaced the transmission, did a few minor adjustments, and then 2008 they did the LS3 motor, and then did a few more changes with the Z06 coming out.
Okay. Gotcha. Sounds pretty good already. I drove this car a couple weeks ago. We got some Slurpees. It was a good time. And yeah, Corvettes to me are always such like a good, safe choice. Like, oh, I want a reliable, fast car. Okay, well, a Corvette's probably up on that list, I imagine. And they're just so easy to drive. The clutch is easy. The gearbox is easy. I feel like it's a very usable sports car.
Agreed.
Yeah. Is there anything that you don't love about this car now that you've owned it?
The biggest complaint is just the interior and just some of the trim.
Yeah.
And it's just a little bit outdated infotainment system, stuff like that. But overall, drivetrain is fantastic, and I have no complaints. Some of the body panel fitments are a little weird just because fiberglass panels and stuff like that, but for the most part, no real complaints.
Yeah.
I've done everything too with this car, so.
Yeah, you've gone to Tail of the Dragon,
Yep.
really road trip this car. We're in Michigan, so that's a long way away.
Yep, 2,500 miles in a weekend, essentially. But you can do it, and you can drive to the tail in comfort, do the tail,
Yeah.
rip it in third gear, and then drive home perfectly fine.
And you get weirdly good MPG
Yes.
for a V8 with 400 horsepower.
On the highway, it'll high 20s, maybe 30 if you're lucky.
Yeah.
It just sits at 80 miles an hour is 2,000 RPM. It just lugs.
Yeah. Well, it's got so much torque, like,
Yeah.
it can kind of just do it. Yeah, the gearing has always been really interesting to me. It's such long gears.
Yep.
Like, I'm in fifth because in sixth gear at like 45 miles an hour, you will be like under 1,000 RPM.
Yep.
And in every other car that I've been in, 45 miles an hour is a sixth gear, and it's just interesting how long the gearing is.
I mean, third gear, you can go from 0 to 120. And I've done it.
It's crazy. Another Corvette. Give each other the
You got to do the Corvette wave.
The boomer wave.
Yep.
Personally, I think the C6s and the C7s are probably the best looking Corvettes out of like the modern ones. I never liked the C5s. To be honest, the C8s I don't actually love.
I actually met the designer for the C6, C7, C8. It's all one guy.
Huh.
I showed up to him in November with this, and it was just because it was my car. And I showed it to him, and he was like, "You drove this thing in the winter? You're an idiot." I'm like, "Yep." And it is the best winter car I've ever had.
I imagine it's really fun. Get sideways anytime you want.
I mean, it's so controllable. It's 50-50 weight distribution.
Yeah.
And it's got throttle cutoff, so it'll, as soon as you detect slip, it'll just, like,
Yeah.
it'll save you.
Yeah.
It's
You
a
know,
very friendly car to whip around a corner.
Yeah. I feel like, honestly, this is like an upgrade from a Miata because they feel, as weird as it sounds, they feel pretty similar in terms of like kind of the friendliness that they offer when you drive.
Oh, agreed. I mean, my commute was all highway,
Yeah.
and I love the Miata, obviously. And so this is just a big Miata that can do 85 on the highway, no problem,
Yeah.
which is what I needed.
And it has a much better soundtrack. It just keeps popping. It's so good. Oh.
Yes.
So good. It's a good exhaust note.
It's not too loud. It's not too obnoxious, which is perfect. It's just like the right amount.
Yeah.
I won't blow sound at Waterford.
Yeah. So our local track, Waterford, has a super strict decibel limit. I think it's 85, and a lot of cars blow it. I actually blew it in a C6 Corvette. Oh my God. Sound, oh, it blew sound. Yeah, suspension's pretty comfy. I mean, it definitely, you hear like some crashing,
Yep.
like when you hit big bumps, you definitely hear it,
It sounds worse than it is.
Yeah, like it is comfortable.
And
it just sounds.
It's weird because it's 2 lateral leaf springs.
Right. Yeah, this is still leaf. Yeah, the C5s were leaf springs. For the C7s, do you know if they
I think they
swapped to springs?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
But it's mainly it's 2 lateral leaf springs for the axle.
Yeah.
Which is strange.
That's so crazy to me.
But I mean, it works.
Yeah, it handles pretty well. Oh yeah, it's a lot more wind noise than I thought.
Yep.
I love that it's natural too.
Yep.
Every 4-cylinder I've ever owned, you have to tune pops in. This just does it.
It's just natural. That's a speed.
That it is a speed. We won't say what the speed is.
Yep.
It's one of them.
Yes.
So good. I feel like it's I don't know, maybe it's just because I haven't driven this car for that long. I feel like it would be hard to do fast gear changes.
Yeah.
I feel like you have to kind of take your time.
Yeah, you can't slap, you can't shove it in gear, but
Yeah.
and that's just because of the kind of the linkage too. 'Cause it's all in the back.
Just yeah, give me some play. Good. So good. Yeah, we'll
Another
close
C4
out.
brethren.
Corvettes everywhere. We've so far seen C6, C5, C4. We're about
Halfway
to complete the yeah. It's funny how like the power is very linear.
Yeah.
Like yeah, it doesn't really, it builds for sure, but you still have so much power down low. It's crazy.
Yeah, and I mean, this is why everyone LS swaps the world.
Yeah, they just, yeah, they
It's
work
a
pretty
good
well.
drivetrain, and now that I've experienced an LS, I can agree.
LS Miata?
No. Wrong answer.
He has a Miata. He has a Miata.
Turbo's wrong answer.
All right, that's gonna do it for today's video. Thank you so much for letting me drive your car.
No
I had
problem.
a blast. I love Corvettes. Alternate universe, maybe I'd be driving one, who knows? But thank you again for letting me drive.
No problem. See you, fellas.
Cool, see ya.